Hey, Blush Tribe, it's Coach Jess. I'm back again with another mental health motivational word. I hope you guys are having a fabulous Monday afternoon. I am about to retire. Me in London, we're about to retire to go to bed. And I just wanted to get on here with you guys before just turning it in for today. I had the beautiful opportunity of meeting a divine young lady today. So and I just meet so many people throughout my day to day activities while I'm on an assignment, while I'm at the grocery store, the gas station, the schoolhouse, wherever I go. I God just allowed me to meet different people and meet different people from different walks of life, and it's actually good for business. It's really good for me to do my kingdom work because so many people out here are suffering or going through or coming out of so much toxicity and negative uh, perspectives that we have about ourselves or negative experiences, or the enemy just beat us up in a ring so bad every day that sometimes when you come across people, you could just see how the enemy has just sucked all of the life out of them, or just messing with their heads, or just trying to defeat them before they even get an opportunity to get started. So I really wanted to purposely have this message delivered today because my heart just was just so moved when I met a young lady and she was just telling me all about just her appearance, and we were just having a heart to heart about how important hair is. And it just triggered something in my spirit, how the same way how we look at how something may not be growing on us appropriately, or how something, the gift that God has given you, you may have not 100% totally embraced that gift. You may feel like that gift is more suited for somebody else. You may just admire somebody else's gift more than you are really embracing and fully, authentically embracing the gift that God gave you. Your gift may be to speak, your gift may be to produce things, to make things, to teach people, to speak publicly. It just may be to do something in private, do counseling, foster care, or to be a nurse, to be a doctor, to invent something, to help people grow their businesses, to create food, or to create recipes or low sodium sauces and spices for people to use, diabetics to use, create a restaurant. It could be so many different things. That's why you should never look at somebody else and say, wow, I can't believe they get paid millions of dollars to do that. I can't believe they're so happy just having a garden. I met a gentleman, he was just so happy to have organic ingredients, to just see stuff grown up from the earth. It's just so amazing how people can just do something so simple. Even me just pressing play, I feel so relieved after I get off of here with you guys. I feel like I have sown into the kingdom. I get with my Father. I allow him to use me in this particular way. But there's something inside of you. You're supposed to be doing something that brings you joy after you work your 9 to 5, or if God has allowed you to get in position to be full-time, to authentically birth you a business where people pay you to do your Father's business. People pay you to do the gift that God birthed you here to do. You get paid to do your assignment. We live in a real world where you're going to need finances to put where your mouth is. You're going to need finances to pay the gas station. You're going to need finances to pay your electric bill of where you live. You're going to need finances to have home ownership insurance. You're going to have finances to get out of debt and poverty. You're going to have finances to send your children to the most elite schools to help them birth their gift. You're going to have finances to help them go to scholarships in the summer, to go to curricular enrichment activities, to help birth different STEM things that they may have going on, technology opportunities, college bound opportunities. You're going to need finances. You're going to need finances to do the things that you need to do. Your Father knew this. That's why he gave you a gift. And if your money looking funny, you're going to have to get into your gift more. Seek the kingdom, and everything else will be added to you. God say, come to his feet daily. Come in prayer with him daily. Come to serve his kingdom daily. If you work on a job and you do not have enough energy to give your Father an hour, that's all he's asking, an hour of your time. minimum of 1 hour in prayer and meditation and producing whatever he's telling you to produce for his kingdom. If you can get an alignment to do those things, God is saying he's really going to bless you in this next season, because he just needs your obedience. And he doesn't need a lot. Like I told you before, if you just crack the surface open to do what God asked you to do, he's going to bless it. If you just start the business, come up with the name of the business, begin to start doing the business for free, begin to do free consultation for the business. Here, take these cupcakes and tell me what is missing. Here, take this mug and show everybody that I know how to, cover mugs. Or, take this potato chip bag to the party and tell everybody there that I cover potato chip bags. I gave this person a ride. Let other people in the community know that if y'all don't have public transportation, I provide a personal taxi, a personal taxi. Let them know that they can call me and I take them where they want to go. Whatever your father, I'm telling you, it could be the smallest thing. Other people going to think you crazy. They're going to think you lost your mind. They don't pay much. People that do that don't get paid. Don't worry, your father got your finances figured out. He knew the ways of the world before you got here. It just didn't begin with you, your grandma, and your great-grandmother. It's been since the creation of mankind. God knew how life was going to work. It just didn't start with you. You're not that important that God does not want to bless you. You are that important, though, that he does want to bless you. He do want to blow you up. But you're going to have to have a certain confidence about yourself. So as I was just in communion with different people in the community and just even thinking about myself, I wanted to encourage you guys today that pretty takes time. So with that being said, I've not always thought that I've been the most beautiful woman. I've not always been told or thought that I have been the most attractive sibling. I have not always thought that I was the perfect, size. I've not always thought I had the perfect voice. I've not always thought that, I was just the it girl. I thought I was just, the one in the middle where it's just like, oh, she's they love to get me with this line. Let me drink some tea on this one. It's actually some water, but let me drink on this one. She's the prettiest dark-skinned girl I have ever seen. Now, I don't know what that means. Like, I guess because your skin may flourish compared to me, it just isn't a compliment. But, maybe I'm missing it. So y'all help me out in the comments. Like when y'all guys or, somebody, you tell people that in your family, like how do they supposed to feel pretty? How do they supposed to feel better about themselves when you say, oh, you're the most beautiful dark-skinned girl I ever did see? Pretty takes time. So the reason why stuff like that, or people may say, something about your fair skin, or, I like red bones, or I like girls with straight hair. I like girls with curvy, whatever, just the aesthetics, the things that meet the eye, the things that just draw you in and considered beauty. God has wanted me to tell you today, he doesn't care about any of that. So what he said he cares about is your inner parts. He cares about your heart. He cares about your heart posture. He cares about your language that you're using. He cares about how you internally feel about yourself. Do you believe what the world is saying about you, or do you believe that he's birthed you to be the perfect creation that he birthed you to be? Are you looking for the world to validate you, or are you willing to say, I validate myself through the love that my Father has given me, because I am enough. He created me in my mother's womb to be the person I am. You can always fine-tune the woman or man that you are, but some stuff you can't change, like your skin complexion, how you speak, how you look. Certain stuff you just can't change. It's just how you were birthed. But God say pretty takes time. And he's not thinking about the outward appearance like we do. He's not wanting to go get body cosmetic surgery. He's not requiring that of you. If you want to do that, I'm not here to say that you whatever floats your boat. But what I'm trying to tell you is that you need to get to the core value and the core roots of what God say beauty is. So, Beauty, the definition says, a combination of qualities that pleases the sight, of attraction, especially to look at. So that's what the world's definition of beauty is. But God wanted me to give you guys a different perspective about beauty, because even men, they may tell you beauty is not only what you see, beauty is what comes out of your mouth. When you are dating, when you are in kingdom relationships, business relationships, just regular friendships with girls, people are going to be listening to what comes out of your mouth. That's what God is more concerned about. You represent his kingdom, not how dark you are, how light you are, how straight your hair is, how curvy you are. None of that matters. What matters is your inner parts. What matter is your mind, your heart, and your language. God say, are you saying the right language to yourself? Are you speaking positivity and uplifting other people around you? Do you have an attitude of good cheer? Are you joyous in the Lord? Do you believe that the Lord really is going to do the things that he tell you he's going to do? Do you believe that he has a land more prosperous for you? Do you believe he has a relationship out there for you where you don't have to crawl on the side of the bed and get people's fingerprints and go through their phones while they're sleeping? All women, most of us have done crazy stuff where we have been having lower self-esteem or just feeling paranoid, insecure, and done stuff out of body that we should not have been doing. God say pretty takes time. Crawling on the floor and sneaking in people's phones and hiding in people's trunks and doing crazy stuff, popping out the closet and all types of stuff. Pretty takes time. Those things is not pretty, okay? God is saying he's wanting us to get back to our feminine essence. He's wanting us to get back to our natural birth state where we have good heart postures. So, attractiveness, especially for your father, is something that comes from within. The Bible tells us that God judges the heart and not the outward appearances like man does. The heart is emotions, your thoughts, your intentions, your personality, your disposition, love, affection, and your courage level. So, when people say something to you that's out of body, out of pocket, side of their neck, saying stuff to you that you know is inappropriate, or it does not make you feel good. Now, there's a time and a place for everything, but God give you authority to be able to speak up and tell people, I really didn't like that, and not to be like, I really didn't like that. You can say, listen, let me pull you to the side. They say, come to Jesus down here in the South. Let's have a come to Jesus meeting. When your boss tell you we got a meeting and it's about to be a come to Jesus meeting, that means somebody about to get fired. That means somebody on boiling water. Somebody roller skating on ice. That means they almost out the door if they do whatever they doing one more time. So you need to have a come to Jesus meeting with people who talk to you crazy and feel like they can say stuff that make you feel like you are beneath their tennis shoes. You come to Jesus, dear. Let me talk to you. You can do this with your coworker, your best friend, your significant other, your grandma, your mama, your cousin, your sister, your brother, the pastor, whoever is doing it. God say, take prisoners, okay? No, listen, you're not going to talk to me like that. So come to Jesus. I didn't like what you just said to me, and it didn't make me feel well. And it's not because, I'm too emotional. All the stuff they try to tell you so that they can continue to abuse you and you sign up for it. Don't sit there and let people talk to you crazy. Have a come to Jesus meeting and let people know, that just didn't make my heart feel good and I just don't like it. And they continue to do it. You got to put up some boundaries. So your heart is your intentions. So your intentions is to let somebody know how they made you feel. And if people don't want to hear how they made you feel, then they just may not be your people. You don't want to be an emotional roller coaster where everything somebody says hurt your feelings, but don't allow people to just pull your heartstrings where they just are doing stuff intentionally to hurt you and you sit there and take it. So with all that being said, think about your emotions. Do you have clear clarity? That's why you got to eat clean. That's why you have to get some physical movement in so that you can get those endorphins moving, so that you can respond to negativity and the whirlwinds of life appropriately. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself. That is attractive to your Father. When you take care of yourself, when you eat well, when you incorporate some physical activity into your daily life, when you let family members know and coworkers and your friends that you think they just playing. No, they just not playing. They playing with your heartstrings. They're playing with your emotions and your self-esteem and with your pretty. Let them know pretty takes time and God's still working on you. So when you have this come to Jesus meeting, you just let people know kindly, I love you, baby, but you're not about to talk to me like that. You're not about to abuse my finances. You're not about to keep running around on me. You're not about to keep making me feel so insecure that I can't even be around other beautiful Black women without feeling like you ready to sop them up with a biscuit and run off with them. That person is not your person. If you feel like you cannot keep a positive heart temperament when you get in an environment around other women, that person has not made you feel secure enough in yourself and in your relationship and within whatever situation y'all got going on, so that, you won't be hating on other people. So your heart, you have to be intentional about protecting your heart, honoring what your heart is telling you, giving you signals. That's a part of the Holy Spirit too. Your heart will begin to flutter. You would be able to, Holy Spirit say, pay attention to that. That ain't right. That women's intuition. Okay. Your discernment levels just go up. Listen, something ain't right. Pay attention. Protect your heart. That is attractive to your Father when you are taking care of his business, taking care of his vessel, not letting people roll up on you. Come to Jesus meeting and it's all good with love and smile and courteousness, and keep your tone to a level, have a sternness about it, still be smiling, skin just glowing, be the beautifulest dark-skinned woman, light-skinned woman, whatever color woman. You do what you need to do, okay? And don't let people say something to you and just make you feel so small. People have the power to say stuff, but you have to also have the resiliency in the inside to know that, you're better than that. Because pretty takes time. And it's the inside of the pretty that I'm talking about. Not, getting a nose job and waiting for the nose to be put back in place other than how God had it. Or, getting a butt so big that it's just impossible to carry your frame. Not that type of pretty. That's not the pretty I'm here to address. But, I'm not judging nobody. Okay? Y'all do you. Don't come for me in the comments. And if they do, side note, if people come for you in the comments, because as you get more influence and, you just start thriving and just having a great heart temperament and just being the, beautifulest woman you can be, and having confidence and boldness and press and play and, getting paid, living your best life and traveling, getting into kingdom circles God have you to get into, you just begin to flourish, The enemy gonna get mad. So they got a tool out there because I used it today. Hi, my name is Jessica and I will block you. So you get on the internet and you go down there to the comments and they got a section where it say report them. You don't really want to report them because you still get support. Even through the negative comments, you still get support from your haters because they still get the algorithm moving. So even the negativity they put down there, don't report them. Do something called hide the comments. So you go to your studio or whatever and you go to comments. This is for my other YouTube creators out there, content creators, for people that come for you in the comments. You want to keep using the negativity to make God's plan go forth, but you just want to hide it. So other people, you just won't see that foolishness, and you won't see it either, because that's another thing that's messing with your confidence, messing with your boldness, messing with your authority, coming against what God's telling you to do. So you'll just hide their comments, where the algorithm will still pick it up as a comment, but it'll just hide it so you won't see it. Side tip for today. So yeah, don't let people come for your heart. And a verse I got for that is Proverbs 14:30. It says, a peaceful heart leads to a healthy body, Jealousy is like cancer in the bones. And that's what I was saying, is if you're in a relationship with somebody and you get into an environment where there is other women, or you're just put in a position where you feel like you have to compete or something like that, that is a level of, your pretty is still developing, because it should be no point where you get into position, into a room, into an environment, into relations with other people, and you feel intimidated. God birthed you to do a thing, and he birthed you to look and to sound, to be your own authentic self. So if you get with other people, you start feeling insecure, you start feeling like you're not pretty enough, you're not curvy enough, you're not shapely enough, your hair doesn't pop enough, you're not, a certain height, and you start feeling all these type of emotions about your characteristics, about yourself. You start feeling sad and depressed, and you just get a nasty spirit. That's that jealousy spirit. It says it's like cancer in the bones. It's not going to be good for you. It says peaceful hearts lead to a healthy body. So for you to be a peaceful woman, it is going to be a positive contribution to your community, to your relationship, to your modeling for your kids. If you see a cashier or your waitress is beautiful, shout her out. Let her know you're not intimidated by her. I was at a dinner once, and the waitress only asked me for my drink, my order, and she was asking me for the other person's order, and it was the weirdest thing. I was just like, so you don't see that human sitting there, like you can't talk to him? And she was like, well, I just stopped talking to men because women just were so mean to me if they saw me talking to them. Listen. Pretty takes time. Y'all, that is not pretty. Where you are with a significant other and somebody else of the opposite sex can't talk to your husband or your wife. That's not healthy. That's pretty. That's taking time to develop. God's saying we got to work on this stuff. You got to be able to know that you are enough. Pretty comes from within, okay? So peace is tranquility, it's quiet, it's an agreement to end a war. It's harmony with God. It's security. It's freedom to think positive thoughts or emotions. So your level of peace is going to be a positive contribution to your pretty taking time. So you're going to have to learn how to control your attitude. You're going to have to learn to be tranquil, to be harmony, to not let other people disturb you and to bother you and to get you upset. Yes, these emotions are going to come, but your reaction to it could either rise you higher, or either it could dismantle everything you've been working on. Don't give other people your power in regards of just allowing them to take you out of your femininity, take you out of your positive mindset, take you out of character. And I know this is easier said than done, because I am one who, I always say God is still working on me. I always say that I am a work in progress, because every day I try to be better than I was the day before. Every day I try to show up and be the best Coach Jess I can be for myself, for my daughter, and also for my whole blessed tribe. I make sure that I am constantly self-developing, constantly trying to stay in relationship with people who are healthy for me, who support me, who love me, who don't make me feel insecure and make me feel like I'm not enough or I have to compete when I get in certain rooms. These are things that take time. So that's why I titled it Pretty Takes Time. It takes time to be a woman full of love and joy and feminine rest. You have to literally be intentional about it. You have to watch your heart temperament. You have to listen to your emotions when they tell you, this person just dishonored you. You feel bad after you come in relationship with this person. You feel bad after you left that lunch and brunch with your friend, and they don't appreciate how you're raising your children, and they don't appreciate how you're running your house, and traditions that you're creating that is different from what they grew up doing. You just feel bad. You have to acknowledge these things. Go into prayer with these things. Ask God, am I tripping? Or is this person just a person who doesn't make me feel well? Our spirits don't connect anymore. We just don't see eye to eye. We just not flying at the same levels anymore. And it's okay to say when a friendship have come to an end, when every time you get with the person, you just don't feel well. You have to acknowledge that you don't feel well, when you're in relation with this person. And it's okay. People hate to say goodbye, but it also can be the most healthiest thing that you could do to actually be attractive to your father, meaning that these are the qualities that he wants you to exhibit in his kingdom. Your father wants you to have high self-esteem. He wants you to love yourself as he loved you. He wants you to understand that he raised you to have a boldness and an authority about yourself. He wants you to love the way that you speak, love the way that you look, love the way that you produce your gift. Get with people who support you and who don't make you feel poorly or badly about what God asked you to do. You are in control of a lot of things that contribute towards your pretty. And I'm talking about the pretty in the inside, your well-being, your spiritual health, your physical health, your emotional health, how you feel. If you feel like crap every morning you wake up, you might need to think about the foods that you're eating, what you're telling yourself, what you're watching on TV, who you in relationship with, how do you manage, people talking to you? How are you allowing people on the job to treat you? How are you being taken advantage of, or, being treated in business? These things are things that you can actually control. Those are the things that's going to make you feel well and contribute to your tranquility and your harmony. Think about things that you actually can change, which is yourself. You can change your reactions. You can change your position. You can change your location. You can change if you work there, if you live here, if you want to drive there, if you want to be in that organization. You got the power to say, yes, I'm going to show up for this. It feels good. It's contributing towards my well-being. I feel mentally clear when I leave here. I feel supported and loved. No, everybody don't tell me everything I want to hear. They tell me the truth, but it's a way that they deliver the message that doesn't make me feel like, doesn't make me feel dishonor. It makes me feel accepted, and I'm able to receive their criticism and their love and support and honesty. So if you don't feel like that, you have a choice in the matter. You could say, this will be in your mind, when you sitting there and you feeling like this don't feel good, you could say, this will be the last family reunion I come to. And it's not like you're going to disown your family, but you don't have to come to stuff where you just don't feel good. You don't have to come to the cookout where everybody's saying you gained 10 pounds. Don't nobody say you look good. Don't nobody say you don't got cancer. You drove on a fabulous car. You just built that house. You got that booming business. Your child just, made the honor roll. Your anniversary just came, and nobody's focusing on none of the positive stuff that has happened in your life. Only what you look like. That is pretty taking time. That's you just getting in environments where people make you feel bad. And just because they're your family don't mean that they have the right to do that to you. And you just not say anything or just acknowledge that you feel like, you've been flushed down a toilet after you left with the people who you were supposed to feel vibrant and more excited about life around. Y'all, pretty takes time. It takes time to have boldness to be able to articulate to people how certain things make you feel. You have to set up boundaries to say, no, I'm not doing it anymore. No, I won't be attending that gathering. No, the last 3 times I came to this event or this location or this brunch or this girls trip or whatever it was, this board meeting or, this training, I felt like I just was not appreciated. I was not honored. I was spoken to in a way where I didn't feel like I added value. You can just say, listen, I just can't. No, thank you. I got something to do. I'm already booked and busy that weekend. That event is happening. I won't be there. Y'all know me. I got 8 different ways I can say no. Let me get back to you. Let me think about it. Girl, I got to go. London need her dinner. Got to go. Will not be committed to that. So think about the things that you can change. Okay. So with your peace, the Bible, Psalms 31:14, it says, turn away from evil and do good. Search for peace and work to maintain it. So it's going to take work. Everything I'm talking about, that's why I put it takes time. You think that you can just wake up and be this, it's like a press of a button. It takes time. It takes time to love your excuse me. It takes time to love yourself. It takes time to be able to establish boundaries with people who are so close to you that they feel like they're obligated to you're obligated to do stuff for them. You're not obligated to nobody but your father. And this year, you're gonna have to do what Eric Thomas suggested that we do, is that you have to agree that you are going to please God. You are not going to please people. You're going to give God all of the burden for the people. You're going to have to list them out. God, I give this person to you. God, I give that burden to you. God, I don't want to carry that brick this year. I got too many bricks in my own book bag right now to carry somebody else's. God, I give that problem over to you. I give that toxic family member over to you. God, I just give that person on that job who just rebuked everything that you are trying to help them with. I give all of that nasty attitude that I had last year, all of that poor self-esteem and no boundaries and accepting low payment and low treatment. God, I give all of that over to you. It's too hard for me to carry this year. I'm going to live a little lighter this year by focusing on the things that I can change, which is myself. Getting into Coach Jess, coaching sessions. I'm going to go to therapy this year. I'm going to get out of things that no longer serve me this year. I'm going to discipline my children so they don't embarrass me when we go to the Walmart this year. I am going to put up more boundaries this year. I don't want to sign up for that. It's going to take time. You have to intentionally put things in place that you can control. Okay? And God doesn't care about what the world say is pretty. He cares about you being the best, mental person that you can be, spiritually led person. He wants you to get as educated as you want to. He wants you to get all of the training that you want to. He's giving you free will. Okay, that's what's pretty to your father, is you being the best version that you can be. You looking in the mirror and you are so pleased with the reflection that meets you. You are just so excited to do your facial routine and just check in with yourself mentally at the end of the day. You are so excited to just, wake up and wear your hair how you want to wear it and press play and not care who says whatever in the comments. You embrace, the positivity that's happening when negative things happen, when whirlwinds happen in your life. Somebody transition, people want to walk away, people talk about you and say your business not going to be prosperous, whatever it is. Listen, you got control of that. God wants you to be your best version that you can be this year. He wants you to focus on becoming the best person that you can be, for you to start working out if you want to work out, eat healthier if you want to eat healthier, wear your hair differently this year. He wants you to just love yourself, because getting pretty with your father is going to take time. It's going to take time for you to be compassionate with yourself. That's one of the biggest lessons I learned that helped me to be compassionate with myself. No, everything wasn't perfect yesterday. Everything's not going to be perfect today. There's no perfect person. There's no perfect day where everything's going to go your way. Have compassion with yourself. Sit down somewhere sometime. It's okay to say, I just won't be doing anything, or I'm busy doing nothing. You don't have to tell people you'll be doing nothing, but you can be busy doing nothing. Not because you're depressed. It's just because you love yourself. Your pretty has taken its course. You know that I don't have to go there or do that or do anything to be validated. I'm validated all on my own. I can look in the mirror in my bedroom and be just as happy as if I was in a crowd of a party. You don't have to be doing anything. Jesus always went to the wilderness. When people put the pressure on him, we want you to be this, we want you to be head of that, we want you to perform this miracle. What he do? He went to the wilderness. He just vanished off by himself. The same thing with you. Your pretty is taking time, so you're gonna have to vanish off by yourself, with your journal, with your notebook, with your videos, with your therapist, whatever you need to do. Vanish off in the wilderness by yourself. And while you're there, be thinking about some of these things that you can control yourself to help you stay in a position where you just love yourself to pieces. And this is the stuff outside of like clothes, nails, hair, vacationing, girls trip, bay trip, and all of that. this is something you can do outside of things that cost money or exterior things that you really think gonna fix the problem, but it's just putting a band-aid on it. Okay, these are ways that you really can love yourself, whether, no matter the circumstances. Yes, you're gonna get up and do your makeup and do your hair or whatever, self-care routine you practice. All of that is just extra, but this is the inner work. God is caring more about the heart, the inner work that happens, before you can just become the woman that God really birthed you to be, and embrace that. Some of the strategies you can try is to be kind and encouraging. So it's really your language, your heart position. What are you telling yourself? Are you telling yourself that you can do it, that you can be prosperous, that you are amazing, that you are abundant, that you are just beautiful no matter if you had a bad hair day, good hair day? You are beautiful from the inside out. That's what matters, okay? Be compassionate with yourself. Everyone makes mistakes. Nobody's perfect. So the person that you're dating, the person you're in business with, the person you work for, allow them some grace. Grace, meaning, what they say, if you do it once, that's like, once or twice, that might be a mistake. But if you do it beyond that, that's a decision. So don't let people make a decision to treat you poorly, and then you make the decision to keep signing up for it the 100th time. At that point, shame on me the first time, shame on you the second time, and the third time it's just, I'm being unreasonable by thinking that you're going to change this behavior. So be compassionate, but don't be silly. So the next one is focus on what you can change, which is yourself. The only person that you can change, the only reaction that you can change, the only perspective that you can change, the only attitude that you can change is your own. So get into your own self-development, and that'll help you respond and, properly respond to what people are going to be throwing at you and trying to give you, because people are going to try to give you anything, but you have to kind of stand for something, or you will fall for anything, meaning that you have to have some sort of standard. So you help other people learn your standard, and you do that by changing yourself, by changing your language, changing your ability to have come to Jesus meetings, changing your ability to say 3 strikes you out. You have the ability to change that, okay? Through setting a standard. Have an optimistic attitude. Know that things are going to work out for you, because the Father tells us everything works out for your good. No weapon formed against you will prosper. Okay? You have to really believe that everything is going to work out. Even when it don't work out for you, still know that God got a bigger plan. If that you didn't get that promotion, God got a bigger promotion somewhere else for you in a whole nother department. That must be that you going the wrong way in something, or it may not be your time. So don't just give up just because things didn't go your way. Keep an optimistic attitude, okay? Even when things don't go your way, God got another plan for you where it's still going to work out for you good. You're good, because he's going to get the glory out of everything that it pertains to you, okay? And lastly, consider what you have learned when challenging moments arise. So like I said, just because something don't go your way don't mean you got to throw the whole job away, throw the whole relationship away, unless it has become to a place where it's no longer acceptable in your spirit. When your spirit start rejecting something, you can't stay there. You have to understand that you don't have the clearance to be in that environment anymore. When your spirit start telling you it's dangerous here, the enemy is about to roar and devour you here. Jesus knew it's time to roll out when something was about to go down. We need to migrate. We need to go somewhere else. Same thing with you. He gave you that same anointed, that same discernment, that same, when your spirit start rejecting something, and, you have to pay attention to that. And too many times as women, we start saying, I'm tripping. That's not happening. If you thought it, that means 99% of the time it's happening. We just so good. We so loving. We so compassionate that we just like overlook stuff. But trust yourself in this season. Trust your judgment. God gave you an immaculate ability of discernment. You got the excellent grade of character, judge of character, okay? You should work for the FBI. Look, you will know who to trust and who not to trust, okay? God gave you that ability, that skill, and that power. You know, some ain't right here. Some ain't right. And just pray about it. God will reveal certain stuff to you. You don't always have to speak on everything he reveals to you, but stay in the wilderness with your Father. Before I get on, I pray, I study. I give my Father my time, my ear, my spiritual ear, because I'm always willing to serve, to help another person. I'm not that important that I can't help somebody else. That's what the scripture said. You are not that important that you can't help somebody else. So every day, be thinking of a way you can help somebody. Even if that's just having an encouraging word. You loving on yourself help other people learn to love themselves. You just standing up to people who think that they're going to dishonor you and get away with it. Do it in love. Do it in love, and people will receive it. If they don't, them not your people. You do not have to sit anywhere and be dishonored. But remember, pretty takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. The inside of your pretty, not on the outside, because we know how to dress it up, make it look real cute, put a bow on it, and it's real stinking and it's real like out of order. So make sure that you are pretty on the inside. God is more concerned about your heart, more about your character and how you feel about yourself. He wants you to get those things taken care of so he can really use you on a level that he want to use you. But just know, however you want to wear your hair, you're going to be beautiful. However you want to wear your makeup, it's going to be beautiful. As long as you like whatever you are producing, everybody else gonna meet the standard, or they got to move around. Everybody else gonna enjoy the same things you enjoy about yourself, or else they have to move around. You set the standard for other people, okay? All right. I love you guys. Gotta go. I hope this message of pretty takes time. I hope it helps you guys, because it's also helping me, keeping me in alignment, making me understand that having a peaceful attitude, having a smile on my face, having a joyous heart, having tranquility are all good qualities that my Father want me to have, so that I won't get cancer in my body, so that I won't be a hater, and I won't be having a jealous spirit. Our Father give us direction in the Bible about how we're supposed to take care of ourselves, how we're supposed to love ourselves and feel about ourselves. It's just up to us to set the intentions and to do the work. It is work. Pretty takes time, okay? But you got the time. What they say, I got the time today. You got the time today to love yourself, to get yourself to a place where that no matter what you go to do, everybody else can rise to that standard of how you feel about yourself, what clothes you wear, how you running your business. Everybody else gonna meet that standard. You are the creator of the standard of how people treating you, and focus on the things that you can change. You don't have to work at that place. You don't have to be in business with those people. You have to do what your Father tell you to do, and he don't want you to do nothing that dishonors you, because that's dishonoring him. Him seeing you being taken advantage of and spoken to crazy, and not loving yourself and loving the reflection that you see in the mirror. Those type of things doesn't please him. He's pleased when you are most attractive from the inside out. And whatever is inside is going to come out. So if you beautiful and you're working on all this stuff in the inside, it's going to come out. Your skin going to flourish. Your weight just going to be to a place where you feel beautiful. You're going to be healthy. Your body's going to be strong. Your mind is going to be mentally clear. You're going to be able to respond to people. Come to Jesus with a nice and calm temperament. Be able to tell people exactly what's on your mind without getting irate and crazy and blacking out. I had that before too. So but it pretty takes time, okay? I love you guys. Continue to sow into the life coaching sessions. The link is in the description. Click it today, okay? Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Just make sure that you are just doing whatever takes care of you. Whenever you're ready, I'm going to be up here serving, okay? Like the video, comment, share, hide the negative comments so that you won't even see them. But, just make sure you giving me some positive. I'm up here to be positive. So try to bring your best positive self forward, okay? And I know you're pretty taking time. And if the time ain't today, don't comment today, okay? I love you guys. Gotta go. Have a great day. And enjoy the rest of your evening, okay? God bless.